Hello everyone, welcome to the next installment of Am I the Asshole? If you like hearing Reddit stories, it would be a huge support to the channel if you could leave a like or subscribe. Let's dive into our first story right away. Am I the asshole for calling my dad's wife illiterate because I suspect that she is? My 26 female, 50 male, has been with his partner Anne, 55 female, for about 15 years. She had a really sad and rough upbringing. Drug addict parents, foster care, didn't graduate HS, and we've never really gotten along. My dad recently had a back injury and told me that he was on paid medical leave for a month. But I learned from my grandma that he actually only took 2 weeks off using his remaining sick days and PTO. He went back to work once that time ran out, despite the fact that he was still having severe back pain. I went to visit him right after my grandma told me and confronted him about lying to, which he said he didn't tell us because Anne was handling it / working on his FMLA paperwork. As we were talking, she came out and told me to leave it alone and said something like, "You're not the only one who knows how to do this stuff. I promise. I've been filling out forms since before you were born." It's a known suspicion on my dad's side of the family that she's functionally illiterate, but no one ever talks about it when he's around. Her FB posts and texts never make sense and read like they're being spelled out by someone who is learning how to sound out letters. For instance, R is always spelled R, great is grat, etc. I've seen that she pretty much exclusively uses the voice typing feature and has Siri read all her texts. When he was a teenager, my brother got in huge trouble with our grandma because one year on Anne's birthday, our dad got her a card, and my brother asked her to read it out loud, so she understandably called him an asshole. We're not close, so I obviously don't know whether she's actually illiterate. I checked in with them yesterday, 2 weeks after Anne told me to leave it alone, and asked how the FMLA paperwork was going. He said that he's feeling better, so he's just going to keep working. But he was walking fully hunched over last time I saw him. I asked my dad to put Anne on the phone so that she could tell me what was going on. Anne said that this wasn't my business, but if we were really concerned, we would just give him money to support them so he can stay home. I honestly blew up after that and said it should not take you a month to fill out a few forms. You know you're effing illiterate, so let me just do the paperwork. They hung up after that, and my dad hasn't talked to me since. I feel bad for using her struggles as an insult because I know that it's probably a huge insecurity, but the fact that she's not taking this seriously is blood boiling. I feel like the bluntness was warranted, but I still feel bad. Am I the asshole? TLDR, I called my dad's partner illiterate because she won't let me help fill out his FMLA forms following a back injury. Info, why doesn't your dad fill out his own forms? Right? I took FMLA 2 times in 23 years. One of those, I almost died. On one, I just went to HR, provided the doctor's note, and it was a done deal. The other one was after my company was absorbed by a much larger company that had a massive HR department at their HQ. It was all done over the phone. Not so hard. You're the asshole. I don't see why your dad can't fill out his own forms, Tabahai, or why the two of you seem to believe it's Anne's responsibility to do this for him. If he'd rather work than sit down and fill out a form, that's his choice to make. If you suspect Anne needs help, you can easily offer help without insulting her. Anne wants to do it herself. Read it again. Wait, let me get this straight. Your dad needs FMLA paperwork completed for his job for his injury. Your dad is not functionally illiterate, because otherwise you would have said so, and is able to complete the forms on his own, likely much easier than Anne if she actually is illiterate, but your dad is not completing his forms because he doesn't want to handle his own adult responsibilities. But somehow this is Anne's fault? Did I get that right? Are you under the impression that FMLA will let your dad take paid leave if he does not have any paid leave remaining? Because it does not do that. If he needs to go back to work because he needs the money, then that's what he is going to do. FMLA would prevent them from firing him while he was gone. It doesn't make them pay him. If he has already used up his sick days and he needs to go to work for the sake of income, what do you want FMLA to do here? Edit, yes. This depends on the company and state, but it does not appear to be paying in this situation based on what OP is saying. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.